Greetings, viewers. Now, it's been a little while since my last video. I guess my last major video. I've made a couple smaller ones. But I'm making this video today on why there aren't any videos. So, primarily, the main one I have is either I have very few ideas, but however, the more often one is that simply the technology is out of my reach. I wanted to make a Call of Duty parody of Aha's Take on Me. It was going to be called Spawn on Me, but for the visuals, I was thinking I wanted to do an animation. However, the problem with that is the animation software on my computer. I can't really draw that well with it. It looks very poor. However, I can draw really well on paper. However, stringing together paper into an animation is extremely difficult, and I don't really want to mess with that. And also, I guess another reason why is as we are frozen in the quarantine, there's not really been a lot to do. However, I bought the new Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. As well as I've been playing lots of Halo and a little old game called StarCraft. You probably know it if you're Korean. I've been playing a lot of those, and I haven't really decided to stream those either, so I don't really have any material to work with. As for Minecraft videos, even in this time where we have limitless amounts of free time, it is difficult to get everyone together, and I don't want to work on a massive cobblestone pyramid. We just don't. Not anymore. The enthusiasm is depleted itself, and we don't want to work on it because it's a giant chore. And there's also not really a reason for us to build it anymore, and I'll explain that in a second. But because of that, nobody wants to play, we have decided to reset the server.
I don't feel so good.
We're going to make it a little more accessible, you can say. But as for the reason of why we were building a giant cobblestone pyramid, we'll go through a little bit of history. Now, there's a YouTuber. His name is iDeactivateMC. You've probably seen him around. He likes to make top 10s, at least from what I could tell. From what I've seen of him, I used to watch him all the time. Anyways, he had a server for a long time, and I used to play on it about 2 years ago. And one of the things I did, I was really big into space things, and I really wanted to build a giant space station out in the end. It sounded so cool. So I did. I built for 3 months and many days. I was building a space station with the help of many other people, and it was great. However, there's very little evidence of it existing anymore. Let's see, my friend, one person who helped me out a lot, his name was Lark Burger. In fact, he made a video early in the space station's development, and I will show bits and pieces of it. Anyways, there was a big problem with the space station. You see, on the server, for some reason, it was decided that it is not possible to claim any land in the end. And that was kind of troublesome because often people would come by and they would just raid the space station. At least we could get it fixed when we needed to. And we could get those who griefed the station banned. The server's law said that it was against the rules to destroy something even if it wasn't claimed. And so anyways, so I guess we were sort of alright. But the other problem is that the end reset. We didn't know how often it reset or when it was going to reset next. So I spent a very long time talking on the forums, trying to talk to those who led the server. I pretty much won, or at least I thought. Let's see. So one of the primary heads of the server at the time, say Master Game Mod, his name was, he promised me that the end would no longer reset on end survival. He promised, unless if there was a large request, which was understandable. So I figured I'd won, and so I carried on to construction and I spent several months and many days and nights building the space station, and it was beautiful. It didn't really look like a space station per se, but it was like a giant structure out in space. It was cool. Once I was done with the space station, I took a break for about a month, and when I came back, the unthinkable had happened. My space station was gone. See, I wasn't too mad at first, because I knew someday it would have to disappear anyways. And I looked through the forums, and it irked me. It annoyed me that there were no requests to reset the end. Not even within the last 5 months. There was no request. Searched through the forums, nothing. And the space station was gone. They lied to me. And for long, I kind of just left after that. I did come back for a little while, and I started up a new little town. I basically dropped everything and moved somewhere else. Started a new town on the edge of the world. And for a while, I was filled with new purpose. However, I wasn't there for too long. And so I left for a long time. About a year and a half later, I think a couple months ago, I began to think about it. And I thought about how they lied to me. They had promised me that my work, my sweat, my blood, my tears, space station would stay. It would stay where it was. And that many people would get to enjoy it, what I had made. And I began to grow angry with them. I wanted justice. They took everything from me. And so I decided that I would take everything from them. And so I wrote up plans to conquer their world. It was divided into 3 phases: infiltrate, manipulate, and rebuild. Infiltrate, we would enter the server, would try and gain as much of a following as we could, and we would build a nice little sanctuary. Because my gimmick of being the glass cube, we figure it's a supernatural cube, and we are like a great religious sect. Anyways, we'd build a nice little cathedral, stronghold, some sort of building. And that's kind of where the purpose of my YouTube channel came in. I wanted to document the invasion and bring attention to my cause. And that's where I got the idea of building a giant glass cube on top of a giant pyramid. I figured it would be quite fitting. So me and my friends, we spent quite a while trying to figure out how to make a server work. We eventually just decided to buy a server. And we went to work. And that's what you've been seeing, is the giant cube. However, I've been keeping the agenda a secret, because I wanted it to be a great reveal. Once the pyramid was finished, we'd set up this great, there'd be lightning everywhere. It'd be very interesting. But I guess we're not going to get to that point, because we don't want to work on the pyramid anymore. Anyways, then a couple weeks ago, me and my friend, we both used to play on that server. We used to, he helped me build my space station. He was a good friend of mine. We wanted to get back. We wanted to work together to get back at what they did to us. Anyways, we returned to the enemy server, and it was disappointing, to say the least. The server, it was no longer owned by Deactivate MC, at least not from what I could tell. Looks like they had been bought out. The forums of old, they were replaced by something new. Everything before that was destroyed and erased. And the enemy server, it was just not what it used to be. Justice had been fulfilled. The player count was low. The amount of servers that used to be inside the server, they were nowhere where they used to be. I was at peace knowing that justice had been fulfilled. And now my whole plan was kind of purposeless. And so I let it go. And that's kind of where we are now. Now, hopefully, we can, maybe we could do something in the future. Me and my friends, we were thinking of doing this great economic experiment in Minecraft, since many of us, we have not much else to do. Maybe we could use a lot of guinea pigs. Let's see, I might make a video about that sometime. But anyways, that's basically the whole history, and why everything is the way it is, and what we will be doing now. Me and my friends, we were planning now to perhaps maybe play some StarCraft Brood War. It is quite a fun game, and we like it a lot. Maybe that would bring some attention, and that's basically what we have for now. If you have any ideas, Write them, tell them to me, because I could do what you say. It would be very nice. It would be very nice to have something to post, something to show everyone. Remember when YouTube's motto was broadcast yourself? Let's try and bring that back. Here I am in post editing. I'm not planning to do any more voiced content, at least not for right now, because, frankly, my microphone is terrible. I sound like I'm trying to talk into a shower head, not a microphone. You ever just have those days? Yeah, it's kind of like that.